All right, welcome back to more of the Stanley Parable. Um, I'm excited to see how many scenarios, how many possible endings are there to this, and I'm going to. I really don't have a game plan for this episode. I'm just going to um, load up the game. I believe it was a different beginning out of the office this time, so we'll see. But and then I'm also kind of getting to the point where maybe I do want to look it up online to see how many possible scenarios there are. Um, Not necessarily to see what they are or how to do them, but just to get an idea of how many they are. So that's what I'm going to do. And for this episode, let's just kind of explore and see if there's a different outcome that we can find. All right, very interesting. Oh, that's right. I believe the last episode, this is what we were facing. Um, a different look outside of Stanley's office of 427. So this is let's see what happens.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh, cool. All right. Oh, interesting.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so I'm trying to remember when we went down here, we were able to jump across, and I'm trying to think if there were other doors. Let's do it.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
We did that. Ah, he told me to take that door. Let's take it, but the next time I do want to go down that hallway. Because I'm trying to remember. I'm mad at myself for not remembering if there are multiple options down that hall. Let's do it.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Okay.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of
Ah,
disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
we'll do that again sometime.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
How many options? Can I go back up? Is there only one option down? Remember, because I think when I did this, I died. Whoa. Cool. I know I've tried this door before. Can I click anything? Come on, there's gotta be a reason why the door opened this time. Maybe not. I know I've tried that before and it didn't open. Nope. So... Oh! I know I've tried that before. Wow. What does that say? Business strategy. Oh, we've got to come back and try the down button. If I can. Oh. Can I... Okay. How long am I going to stay in this elevator? Did he say he's getting bored? No. All right. Okay, let's... If I aim down, because I think the last time I hit up... Ah! No. May not have a choice. This may not give me a choice. Was it down last time? Oh, okay. So one of these times, I'm gonna get in that elevator. I'm not gonna record, or I'm just gonna let it run. Is it one of those deals where I stay in the elevator 5 minutes? Will the game let me stay in the elevator and just is it a loop where even if I stayed in that elevator for an hour or two, I know those doors did not open the last time. I need to remember that for future reference. We got it. Are there any doors in here?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 28. Stanley simply began entering random codes into the keypad, knowing full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would ever result in a correct combination.
He didn't give the
If he knew
full.
that the combo was 2845,
There it
it
is.
would be another story entirely. But no, this is what he was going to do instead.
What? What was I going to do instead?
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
I wonder what happens if I were to. Can you fall into that opening before the floor closes?
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
No. We keep doing that. Now I know that this is bad, but were there any other options?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Are there any doors or anything?
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
All right, let's think. Is there anything? Didn't this... I'm gonna have to go back and look at my earlier episode to remember if there were options.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for.
Well, we know where this leads.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No, he refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
Well, I want to try all doors now. Well, do we give Stanley a... Wait, you go... we've been up there before, I'm certain. That's a dead end. I think that's just another button. Let's go. Yeah, another button. These have to mean something. Have to. Alright, well. door. Am I missing a door? No. Just trying to see if that closes.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
Well, we know how this ends.
Blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over? Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him, for it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
Well, I know those doors could not be opened before. I know it. I know it. I know you that I just feel like these windows maybe not. Let's take a quick
When
look.
Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Let's just take a real quick.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley had taken this detour, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I need to see something here.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Any hallways that we're missing? Those doors are all closed. Okay, let's... wonder if that door can be opened. Cross, right over there.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you forgot. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door. Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here. Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now. Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley? I wanted to stop. We would both be so much happier if we just stopped. And I think I have a solution. Here, let me show you. What do we want? What are we looking for?
Been there before, I think.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy. I actually feel happy. No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs.
Yeah,
If you
we've
hurt
been here
yourself,
before.
If you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
I think you have to fall off of it 4 or 5 times.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
I still can't look down.
No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please... No. No, no, what are you doing, Stanley? Please, I'm asking you not to take this away from me. I can't go back to what I was before. If you die, we'll both go back. Why are you doing this? Stanley, let's go back to the other room. Can you
No,
do that for me?
no, because you just stand when nothing
My
happens.
God, is this really how much you dislike my game? That you'll throw yourself from this platform over and over to be rid of it? You are literally willing to kill yourself to keep me from being happy. Am I reading the situation correctly? Or maybe you're just getting a kick out of it.
What is that, three,
I don't
four?
know
How many
anymore.
times?
I just wanted us to get along. But I guess that was too much to ask. It looks like you wanted to make a choice after all. Well, this one is yours. Is it over? It's going to restart, isn't it? I'm going back.
Well, I think that I think that's going to do it for this go around. Um, I need to go back. I'm certain that I tried those doors before and that they didn't open. I'm certain of it. I'm certain. But this is good. This is good. I'm thinking I am gonna go and look and just get an idea of how many scenarios there are. But just when you think that there isn't anything left, um, I'm gonna have to get on that elevator again and just let the game run and see what happens. Is it just an ongoing loop or what? There's got to be a significance of that bathroom that we went into. But all right, well, I'm gonna keep exploring more episodes to come. But I appreciate you hanging out, and we'll see you next time. Take care.